Welcome back to learning more about the Community Cultural Leader Program. In this video, I'll be talking about student expectations. Although both our community partners and our students hold a lot of responsibility in this program, the student, of course, holds most of the responsibility and would be the one who would have a negative outcome if they do not follow through on all of their commitments. So, students, your responsibilities in this program include scheduling, tracking, and documenting 25 cultural contribution hours throughout the semester together with your assigned community organization. You would also be required to volunteer exclusively with the assigned community organization for all 25 cultural contribution hours during the assigned semester. Now, that doesn't mean you can't volunteer anywhere else. However, when you're reporting your hours specifically for contribution hours, you would only use hours from the assigned community partner. Students, it's also your responsibility to understand and follow all rules and guidelines of the assigned community organization. You must notify the assigned community organization at least 24 hours in advance of an absence and follow any organization protocol to find a replacement and/or make up the volunteer time. Of course, every once in a while you will be sick. You should talk to your volunteer coordinator on how to deal with that. But if it's a regular occurrence where you're calling in sick less than 24 hours in advance, you should be terminated from your volunteer position. It's the student's responsibility to be punctual for your volunteer duty or shift. You must be reliable and responsible. You should accept guidance from your volunteer coordinator or supervisor. You should understand the role of paid staff, maintain a smooth working relationship with them, and stay within the bounds of volunteer roles. So, of course, we hope that you're adding a lot of value to your organization, but it is still important for you to understand that you are not a paid staff member, you are a volunteer. This is very important for your immigration status. This is also very important, just understanding what is appropriate for you to be doing and what is not appropriate for you to be doing as a volunteer. If you have any questions about whether something is or is not appropriate, you can always ask me, and I will help guide you through that process. You should also keep sensitive organization information confidential. So if you're working with names and addresses, phone numbers, or anything like that, you should be able to keep those confidential at all times. You can expect the following things from your community organization. You can be sure that you will learn about the organization and its volunteer policies. You will get an orientation to the organization and training for your volunteer role. You will know the organization's policy or protocol for handling complaints or any issues of concern. That could range through a lot of things, but typically organizations have a handbook or at least a handout that would help you understand who you can report those things to. You should ask for and have regular reviews or evaluations of your performance. We want you to learn and grow things. We want you to be able to put this on your resume. And to be able to do that, it's always good to get evaluations from your coordinator. You will also get guidance and support in your volunteer role, not only from your community organization, but also from the Kearney Center. So to successfully complete the program, you need to be very familiar with the conditions for successful student leaders. If you fail to meet these or follow these guidelines, it may result in the Kearney Center revoking your cultural contribution scholarship. So student leaders must commit to the Connecting Culture and Community Leadership Program by the semester deadline. This semester, fall 2018, it will be the end of September. Number 2, once a student commits to the program by completing and signing the program agreement in this document, the student leader is obligated to 25 hours of volunteer service at the assigned organization before the semester deadline. Number 3, students are responsible for identifying volunteer hours and creating a semester-long schedule with the community partner. So you need to talk to your community partner about when and how long you will be volunteering. Student leaders must track and document their volunteer hours through the proper cultural contribution scholarship rules and any tracking methods the community organization requires. So it is your responsibility, not anyone else's, to make sure that your hours are logged in Engage and that you get credit for all of the time worked. Number 5, the student leader must notify the community organization 24 hours in advance of a volunteer schedule change. If a student fails to attend a volunteer shift without prior notice, the community organization is obligated to inform the Kearney Center for International Student Services. In this situation, the Kearney Center will automatically revoke your cultural contribution scholarship. There is a zero tolerance policy on this. If you fail to show up to your scheduled time without telling your supervisor, I will revoke your scholarship. So once you've talked to an organization and you know that it's a good fit and you want to volunteer there for the semester, you need to fill out the form and return it to me. So you would fill out the organization information here. You would also write up a small description of what you would be doing at the organization, and then you'd have your supervisor or the volunteer coordinator sign and date here. You would then write out this section. So for myself, it would say, I, Alyssa Morrison, commit to volunteering 25 hours with the Kearney Center as a programming and retention advisor throughout the fall 2018 semester, and will complete the hours by December 3rd, 2018. By signing this agreement, I acknowledge that I have read and understand all the terms and conditions of the Connecting Culture and Community Leadership Program. I also understand that my failure to meet all terms and conditions may result in the loss of the Cultural Contribution Scholarship. Then you would sign and date it, bring it to me, and you would be enrolled in the program. If you successfully complete all 25 hours at the organization by the deadline, you will continue to receive your scholarship, and you will also get a certificate of completion. I hope this helps you understand the process a little bit better, and I hope to see all of you participating.